Hey, y'all. Welcome to my very first live on my new page. Um, Listen, it's been a journey. I am excited about this journey, but I have decided, if you've been following me most of the year, you'll know that I decided earlier in the year to go ahead and start a new page. And there were some reasons behind it. I'll keep most of the reasons to myself. But one of the reasons is I want to test some of the strategies out that we provide to our clients and students when we're coaching and working with them. So I started a new page just to kind of test out strategy from this perspective. I had my old page for almost 12 years. And so, it was hard to kind of engage or gauge some of the new strategies to see their effectiveness. So that's why, one of the reasons why I started this new page. And so, honestly, it's weird because with me starting the page, I feel like a weight was lifted off of me. It's really weird. And I have really been kind of looking at what that felt like and why it felt like such a weight was lifted off when I had that change within the pages. But I am so excited. I am going live on Instagram, I believe now. I am now on live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook and LinkedIn all at the same time. So I'm excited about that. Now, here's what you can expect from me. First and foremost, let me just explain who I am. If we have not met, my name is Keandra Ward. I am the founder of the KWI Collective. We're a marketing, public relations, and media firm located in Tampa, Florida. Additionally, we have added funding, business funding, and business finance to our pipeline, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. These sessions are called Kee-Note. Here's where I come in for about, this will be a little longer because I have, got to catch up with everybody. But about 15 or 20 minutes a week, I come in and I'm just giving value. Showcasing, sharing what I've done, what I've been doing, and just giving you some tips based off of those categories: marketing, PR, media, and funding. And then let you know what I have going on. And so, this has been an amazing year. One of the first things that I wanted to talk about is you as an entrepreneur designing your year. Okay. We decided last year that our business year would start second quarter. And let me explain why. Because the end of the fourth quarter and the beginning of first quarter, which would be like November, December, January, are very hard times for me. And now, even leading into February now. I have, over the past 4 years, I've had a lot of very close people pass. And so it is still a season of mourning. It is still a season where I'm thankful that I'm not fully depressed. The first 2 years, it was hard. Now it's just a matter of being able to identify that my feelings are different during those seasons, and that I don't have the wherewithal. Well, the way I have the wherewithal, I don't have the capacity. That's a better word to use. I don't have the capacity to show up like people would want me to during those times. So we've decided that I will not. I'll still work, absolutely. I still work with clients. I still do things, but the amount of the extra, outside of our yearly event pour that happens the first of the year, and it's a reason why we do it the first Friday of every year. Outside of that, I don't really host any events. I may show up, I may do a little bit of speaking. You'll see me online. We work with clients, but I'm not doing a lot of heavy lifting things as far as our marketing campaigns and things like that for the first quarter, simply because I want that time to deal with life for me. Last year, first quarter, I decided, I was trying to move and do things and connect and collaborate, and it just was not working, simply because I just didn't have it. And I had to become real with myself. So one of the first tips I want to give you, the great thing about owning your own business is you can really own your flow, right? Of course, tax wise, Payments wise, you have to follow calendars to make sure you're paying your taxes, all of that, those things. But as it relates to how you structure your business, how you want to show up, how often you want to show up, that is truly up to you. Okay. And that's truly how you determine and you feel you want to be. And so, what I want you to think about is look throughout the year. Do you have times of the year that can be very dull for you? Or times of the year where you just don't feel yourself? And it happens. Sometimes most people say it's during the holidays, right? So look at your schedule and look at what you are saying yes to, because I want you to be able to, one, show up your best self and your authentic self at all points. And if you know, like I know that I am not normally my best self around that time, right? I'm still showing up, I'm still having fun, still engaging, still going to parties because it's the holidays, things like that. But when it comes to business, I know I am not always my best self. But I definitely want to still show up, and I still do that in the way that is best for me during those seasons. So I want you guys to really begin to think about that for yourself as you're mapping out your strategies for the year. All right. Second, what have we been doing and what do we have going on? Listen, y'all, it's been a lot going on. If you are not a part of our private group, the Backstage Pass group here on Facebook, I suggest you join the group, okay? In that group is where you'll see me do most of my teachings. Here on these keynotes, I kind of talk about everything from life, business, love, hot topics. But in that group is where I'll really begin to give strong tips and information in the areas of marketing, PR, media, and funding. So you'll want to be a part of that group. If you are not a part of the Backstage Pass group, I'll make sure we post the link in the comments. Make sure you join that group, because that is where you'll get my teachings. That is also where you'll be able to identify or find out what I have coming up next. That's where I will put that. Some things we will release to the public, some things we won't. So you have to be an insider in there to get the full conglomerate of what we're doing, how we're doing it, and when we're doing things. Okay. So please make sure that you do that. Okay. Additionally, I have been working all last year. We ran a beta program for our membership platform. So I will be officially launching our membership portal on Monday inside of that group. And right now it's only going to be inside of that group. So if you want to know the details, then you'll need to be in that group. Now, here's how that works. Prior to, I would say the last 2, 3, maybe even 4 years, I used to do one-on-one coaching. I have decided that I am no longer doing that publicly. The only way you can schedule a one-on-one coaching session with me is if you are a member of our membership group, which is called the Front Row Pass membership group. In that membership group, we talk and discuss, and you'll get in-depth teachings on everything from marketing, PR, media, funding, and business, and some extra stuff. I'm not going to tell you what's all in there because you got to be a part of it to get the deets, okay? But the only people that can schedule one-on-one sessions with me outside of that membership are those members, okay? And I've done that because these are people that have invested in themselves. They're doing the work inside of the membership, and so they should have that opportunity to talk to me one-on-one. For me to kind of clarify their brands and help them in the areas of marketing, PR, media, and funding a little bit more. All right. There are tons of discounts and opportunities and collaborations that you'll find inside of that network, and you just need to be a part of it. At the end of the day, that's what it is. We are only taking 2 to 3 retainer clients a year. Why did I say a year? At a time. So whatever their cycle is, we'll only open up taking retainer clients, which are people that we actually do the work for in the areas of marketing or PR and media. We do the work for them as a consultant. So we only consult for 2, maximum 3 businesses out of the term of cycles that they're they're going. So I just wanted to come on and give everybody just an idea of what I've been doing, where I'm going, and finally to talk about why have you been seeing so much content from me in regards credit repair, funding, and finances. So if you have followed me any length of time, you know that funding and finances are important to me. You know that I in any course I've ever done, whether it was marketing, branding, social media, it didn't matter. I've always talked about money and funding and making sure that you know your numbers. That's just something that I've always discussed. In the last year or so, I've been working with and talking to a lot of entrepreneurs. And what we found is that entrepreneurs are really having a hard time as it relates to being able to afford things within their brand. Once I began to dig a little deeper, what I also found is that their financial foundations are weak. They're not strong. They're not strong enough to sustain growth, right? They're not strong enough to sustain scaling. People talk about it all the time. It's time to scale. It's time to scale. It's time to scale. Well, sometimes scaling takes money. You have to invest in the scale. And so what we're doing is really helping entrepreneurs and small business owners really look at their financial foundations. And what we found is that most people in their past, maybe they were in their early, got to college and they got those credit cards in the mail and didn't know how to handle their finances and went crazy, right? And now here they are 10, 12 years later, they're building business and it's coming back to haunt them. So we're starting from scratch for some people, really helping them build their credit so that we can then work on them establishing their business credit or establishing funding loans for their business and things like that. We also talk and help. We have an opportunity for them to look for grants that we help with. And so that's why you're seeing that, because I realize that there is a dire need for that. And it was something that I already wanted to add to our pipeline, but I just didn't know how to integrate it. And I was connected to this amazing fintech corporation and organization by one of my best friends. And of course, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be a customer myself. So I started working, repairing my credit and seeing the benefits. And then I started, talking to family members like, hey, you need to try this. Let me see how it works for you. And we're seeing the results, and the results have been amazing. And so now it is time to really share it with our market and the people that we're called to serve. And because of the foundation that this organization has developed and the platform, we've been able to add it as a continuing opportunity in our pipeline. So our pipeline now covers marketing, PR, media, and funding. So I'm just really excited about the upcoming future. I'm excited about where we're going. So that is why you'll see that information, because that's where we're going. At the end of the day, I want to see you succeed, and I want you to be viable, sustainable, strong businesses. The one thing that I always say, and that you'll continue to hear me say from now on, it doesn't make sense to make you visible if your brand isn't ready for the visibility. And that means if you're for all the way down from SEO to your website traffic, or your website being ready, your bandwidth on your website, to are you financially strong enough to sustain an increase? Do you have the plan for the money that you want to come in? What does that look like? If you need a little help, is your credit strong enough to get a loan? Because remember, when we're building out business credit, people always say you can get business credit without using your personal credit. In most cases, and I'll say 99.999% of the time, to get started, you have to use your personal credit, because you have to have something that shows that you are a viable source to lend to. And if you don't have any business credit started to show that you are reputable and you pay your bills, then they have to start somewhere. And so I want you guys to think about that. If you were to go get funding today, would you be ready? And that's a great question to ask yourself. Now, here's what I found out. There are a lot of entrepreneurs who make a lot of money. Like we're working with organizations and entrepreneurs who make $5,000, $10,000 a month. How that part was a checkoff when it came to the lenders, but when it came to their credit, they were denied simply because their utilization may have been high, or their track record for paying back, even if it was something from 7-8 years ago, it was still affecting them. And so we want to make sure that when it's time and when you need it, your yes will be a strong yes. All right. So I hope that this has explained everything and just give you guys an update of where I am. My plan, now you know, is to go live on Tuesdays. I am going to try to set aside a time on Tuesdays. So typically you'll probably see me live Tuesdays and Fridays. This week I have some things to do, so I couldn't go live tomorrow, but normally it'll be Tuesdays and Fridays, okay? So listen, you guys, always remember that you set the tone for your day, year, and your life, and I want you to make it a great one. And as we continue to close out, here's what I want you to think about. It's time for you to really begin to hone in on your credit. If you know that it is time for you to really look at your credit, if it's time for you to really reevaluate where you are. The one thing I love about this organization is we're a referral partner, which means that I'm referring you to the products. I'm not the credit repair woman, okay? I don't go inside there and I can't see what your credit score looks like. I can't do any of that unless you give me your login details and you want me to. I do have clients that want me to get a little deeper with them, which is fine. However, we are just the place for you to find the resources that you need. And then I help you and guide you through the process of utilizing the software and just going through the process. And as you know, if you know me, you know I always want to see your ultimate success. So I am definitely going to check in and make sure you're doing well. So those are the things that I want you to think about, because it's time. It is time. It is definitely time for us to really begin to show up in ways that allow us to center ourselves. And what's a good way? I'm really trying to find the best words to say in ways that allow us to really show up in the realm of where we're supposed to show up and how we're supposed to show up in business. So if you are interested and you want to know more information about our AI do-it-yourself credit software, DM me. Go to our website, thekwyicollective.com, under the funding tab, and you can at that time schedule a complimentary session for us to kind of talk about where you are and the best fit for you. Now, if you join us, or if you're already a client, when you refer a client, you get a month free. So this is our March Madness deal. And to really sweeten the pot, I am giving you guys $100 off of your registration fee. Normally, to start with our software, it is $199. I am going to offer you an opportunity to get started for just $99 a month. I'm sorry, $99, and then it's $69 a month to keep access to the software. And I want you to think about that. For me, it's not about making money off of you. It is about positioning you. And any opportunity I get to really help to get you to that position, I am going to do it. But this is for March. I do not know how long this is going to last in March. So be ready. Get ready. Get your money together. One of my friends said, y'all got y'all income tax money, take $99 out of that and get started. We are seeing people. I have clients who've had In their first round, 124-point increase. My first round was like 86 or 89-point increase. So we are seeing the results live with people. These are not fake results. These are not results from people we don't know. I have a client right now who she texts me almost every week when she sees updates in her profile. And she texted me today. It's 10 days before they update her credit report, and she said this is the longest 10 days ever because she's excited to see what her results are. And so at the end of the day, our goal is just to really see you succeed, and I want to help you in any way that I can in the framework that I work in and under. All right. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. And I will talk to you soon. Always remember that you set the tone for your day, year, and life. Make it a great one, loves.